Swami Jai Jai Nithyanandam. Om Jai Nithyananda. Swami Jai Jai Nithyananda. Lokanath sthira kasha Bhagavan. Kali kalvashamagna nitya uttarana chikishaya. Swami Om Jai
Today, as part of the Uttamotama Seva, we will be offering the Paramashivam oneness capsule at the lotus feet of Sri Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti, Sri Nithyanandeshwari Paramashiva.
देवदेवोत्तम देवता सार्वभौम अखिलांड गौड्य ब्रह्मांड नायक श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिव परमशिवोऽहम् अद्वैत दर्शन प्रिय परमशिवोऽहम् अद्वैत दर्शनम् अवधारय.
They posted in the Uttamotama Seva planning group.
புறம் தந்த ஏற்றினாளே சேயனை காக்கவே சிந்தை இறங்கிய சீல நித்தேஸ்வரியாய் சீர்மிகும் மேருவாம் ஜோதி மறு தன்னிலே தாயெனத் தோன்றினாளே தூயவன் ஆனந்த தாண்டவன் மாதவள் தீராத அன்பினாலே தீராத அன்பினாலே தீராத அன்பினாலே சேயனை காக்கவே சிந்தை இறங்கிய சீல நித்தேஸ்வரியாய் சீர்மிகும் மேருவாம் ஜோதி மலை தன்னிலே தாயெனத் தோன்றினாளே சேயனை காக்கவே சிந்தை இறங்கிய சீல நித்தேஸ்வரியாய் சீர்மிகும் மேருவாம் ஜோதி மலை தன்னிலே தாயெனத் தோன்றினாளே தூயவன் ஆனந்த தாண்டவன் மாதவள் தீராத அன்பினாலே தீராத அன்பினாலே தீராத அன்பினாலே தீராத அன்பினாலே
Hindu Jagatguru Samiti report from Malavan Pulavu, Satchirananthan in Sri Lanka. It was expected that more than 200,000 Hindu devotees would visit the Mahashivaratri festivities on the 3rd, 4th and 5th of March 2019 at Tirukattichuram Shiva Temple in Mannar, Sri Lanka. In an attempt to scare Hindus, an unruly mob of around 100 Catholic Christians, led by the so-called priest Mr. Marcus from the nearby coastal village of Vankale, at 2 p.m. on March 3rd, attacked and destroyed the arch decorating the temple front. The unruly, unholy mob were all in their prime of their youth. There were men and women. Most of them were identifiable. They threatened the Hindu volunteers repairing the arch and manhandled those who resisted. According to Mr. Mano Ganeshan, Minister of National Integration, Official Languages, Social Progress and Hindu Religious Affairs, the issue is settled and a court order had given the order to rebuild the welcome gate. Also on the 28th of February, the Shivalinga that was kept near the food hall of Tirukoneshwaram Temple, Trincomalee, had been broken into 2 pieces. According to local news media, this happened during 24-hour police and army protection in the area. The poet mystic Kabir sings beautifully. Master and God both appear before me. To whom should I prostrate? I bowed before the Master. He introduced me to God. Swami Vivekananda asked a fellow disciple, "What do you know about God?" The disciple said, "Oh, God is omnipotent, omniscient, and omnipresent." Vivekananda asked, "What do you mean by saying that God is omnipresent?" The disciple said, "God is everywhere." Vivekananda said, "Surely, then you must be able to see him now." The disciple was confused and did not know what to say further. Vivekananda told him, "To you, God is a concept that you cannot see, a notion that you don't even know or understand. But here is the Master in front of you, who is God in reality." At Paramashiva's feet, death cannot happen. Anywhere else, life cannot happen.
I am too excited to share about this enlightened app. Understand, it is literally having an incarnation next to you and constantly helping you, assisting you, supporting you, and making you manifest state, space, and powers of Paramashiva. I am personally sitting and manifesting powers into silicon, so it reverberates the sarvanyatva of my brain, the all-knowingness of my superconsciousness, manifesting multiple powers, raising the quality of your existence, raising the quality of your Kundalini Shakti, awakening multiple layers of DNA, everything, understand, everything, decoding of all the revealed scriptures of Vedas and Agamas done in my superconsciousness by the grace of Paramashiva is now getting done through artificial intelligence in technology. All struggle, trial and error is done by me. You are given precise words, sounds, which awakens your biomemory. You manifest these cosmic principles and the reality and powers you want spontaneously. The moment these powerful cognitions are told to you, it is literally Paramashiva's power manifestation, making all of you manifest powers through this enlightened app. Understand? It is not just teaching app, it is not just coaching app, it is not just speaking app, it is experience power manifestation app. It is not fantasy, vision anymore, it is reality now. This app is going to support you in manifesting will persistence, raising your frequency day by day, and giving powerful superconscious breakthrough. Get ready to celebrate your life with enlightened app.
Liberated, and all the rishis received that great truths.
परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि. Nithyanandam, we welcome you all with our love and respects. We welcome you all with the blessings of our Guru, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam. We welcome all the Kailasians sitting with us here in Adi Kailash and viewers connected from all around the world joining us for the Nitya Satsang today. On this joyful morning, when we celebrate our heritage, our culture, our Vedic tradition and the most beautiful thought current it has given to the world. Nitya Satsang is that space where the space is transmitted, knowledge is transmitted, experience or transmitted, powerlessness or melted, cognitions or transformed. Nitya Satsang is that beautiful space of intimacy in oneness where enlightenment can happen simply with the silence of the Guru. All it needs is for us to be in a sincere space of listening and internalizing. Therefore, it is our humble request to all the viewers and Kailasians to settle down wherever you are. Relax from all the restlessness internal and external. Make yourself completely available. All yourself to be in the space of oneness, continuous, intense listening. Seeking is your innermost course decision to be free, awaken, and not to continue with the status quo. When you fall in love with this seeking, the capacity to reinvent your very core consciousness gets awakened in you. This state is one where even you will be surprised about you and your very understanding. About you will become different. You became so sincere, so graceful, so alive, so light, and you are ready to take off.
Before we enter into the satsang today, let's see what is seeking and how we can have more seeking in our life. Seeking is the finest expression of God in human being. It is literally Paramashiva manifesting in each one of us, in you, in me, and in each one of us. The finest, subtlest, greatest power to experience God can express to us through seeking. Because Paramashiva reminds us His nature to us and literally makes us into Him. When the seeking expresses through our head, it comes out as knowledge. When it comes out of our heart, it expresses as devotion. When it expresses through our being, it comes out as energy. Whether it's knowledge, devotion or energy, seeking is the way the God in us, the Paramashiva in us wakes up. So, if we have started seeking, let us be very clear that God has showered His grace on us. This is very much in tune with what Swamiji tells. It is not us who has to find the God, who has to recognize God. It is Him who gives the first call to us. So, His training, Guru's training is not going to stop till we achieve our goal. Shankara says very beautifully, Mumukshutva, the awakening of seeking in human being is one of the greatest thing, the rarest thing that can happen. Seeking fulfills everything that we seek and it beyond. It awakens the truth in us. It awakens the ultimate possibility in each one of us.
An ordinary human being from birth to death goes on freezing himself. His or her life is just a hormonal hijack from birth to death. By the time she or he wakes up, has already reached death. The hormones takes off and tells you, Fly the plane as I say, where I want, and you are hijacked. When the hormone says, come on land here, you land, and the land is death. Normal life is just hormonal hijacks in us. The so-called normal life is nothing but hormonal hijack. When you are a teenager, when your mom asks you to buy vegetables or milk or some groceries, you won't even walk up to the corner of the street. But when you fall in love, especially puppy love, to have a glimpse of your girlfriend or boyfriend, you will be ready to walk 5 kilometers. When you fall in love with something or someone, the capacity to reinvent yourself is awakened in you. Similarly, when you fall in love with seeking, the capacity to reinvent your very core consciousness get awakens in you.
So, naturally, while listening to all this, there'll be some questions inside you. Where should I seek? Or what should I seek? Swamiji says, start seeking in all aspects of your life. Constantly seek the ultimate truth. Whether you pick up a job, build a career, or even get married, in every decision, every action, every step of your life, let seeking become the first priority. In seeking, you can do anything available and possible for human beings. For example, if you can take out your body parts like kidney or heart and then wash them, add some energy and put them back, it'll be easy to maintain your health. Similarly, you can reinvent your consciousness. Through seeking, you know exactly which part of your consciousness needs to be cleansed and you cleanse it. This is not just cleansing of your body, but working with the source behind it. Seeking just intoxicates you with the ultimate truth. When you are intoxicated with the ultimate truth, nothing else is needed. Life in its fullest form is experienced.
It is our taste. It is our taste evolving. What we value as a joy, right? Success, pain, pleasures. These are our tastes. If these are not maturing as we grow older, then we are simply just growing older. That's all. This is only the status quo of confusion. Only if you taste maturing, if you are bringing awareness to your everyday activities, does authentic seeking begins. There is a dreaming you and waking you. When you remember you, the waking you, the dreaming you merges into waking you. That's when you wake up and move to the waking you. This is a very important truth. In the waking states, you exist as somebody, and in the dream state, you exist as somebody. The moment you remember that you of the waking state, the person who is dreaming wakes up. It is actually the waking state person who enters into the dream person, removes you from the dream and wakes you up.
In the same way, the God, the supremely awakened being, whom we call as Paramashiva or Swamiji, is actually you. You entering into this waking state person, into this waking state, and moving you to that awakened state is what is called as seeking. Authentic seeking is nothing but remembering the higher possibilities in your life. Waking up from the lower slumber, from the dream state, is seeking. So this is the definition of maturity. When we understand that our dreams makes us suffer so much, we naturally wake up from them. Likewise, understanding that living without awareness can only offer us so much, makes us suffer so much, is also the maturity of the soul. The highest state of being can only be achieved through seeking, constantly waking up to higher and higher possibilities. So, in the Upanishads, the rishis very clearly say, "O energy which is behind the sun, covered by your shining form which we can all see, please reveal yourself." I'll repeat. O energy which is behind the sun, covered by your shining form which we all can see, please reveal yourself. They clearly understand, the rishis clearly understand that your shining face is covering your original truth. Please remove that and show the original truth. Even the glaring sun could not mesmerize the rishis from the seeking of the ultimate truth. Sometimes even what we understand as glory is used as a covering. The truthful, effulgent, eternal being is the ultimate of all that exists. You are the embodiment of the imperishable truth and reality. Understand the real danger in all our lives is when we get cozy with all the glories of our life, or the so-called success in our life, in the life that we are living right now. We should explore the energy behind this glory, behind the success, whether it is in our life or in the life that we appreciate. Because we find some peace, some glory, some joy, some success after so much of suffering and sadness, we just want to settle down in that very station where we are. But do we realize by settling down, it's just dulling, making our seeking dull. It takes away the seeking from us, which the rishis are not going to allow. Seeking should continue forever and ever and ever. It should just become our breathing style, our lifestyle. It should become the very part of our core.
How every morning you wake up to this world. In the same way, when the seeking starts, you wake up to the cosmos, the higher energies. You wake up not just from your darkness, you wake up from your glorious as well. When the real seeking start expressing through you, you will not only not be settled with your sufferings, you will not be settled with your joys also. You will go on seeking your higher possibilities. This is the real waking up to the cosmos. Swamiji have introduced Upanishads to all of us just by this one word, Aporushya, means authorless. Why authorless? Because it is not touched by any vested interest. Just listening to these Upanishads will awaken intense seeking in us. If we taste seeking, that is enough. That will keep us alive and in our spiritual journey. If someone is capable of renouncing their identity for their work, which will be used by the whole world, a masterpiece, it can be none other than Paramashiva himself. We are blessed to have Paramashiva himself decoding the mystical truths and the science that he have revealed years ago, ages ago, to the rishis in his avyakta form.
These Upanishads, as explained by Swamiji, Swamiji is opening up the door for us not to only learn these Upanishads but also to experience them. The same space from which the rishis have written this Upanishad, the same space of authorlessness. Why it is called Aporushya? Because they have written it from a space of oneness with Paramashiva. They did not have a separate identity of themselves. They did not have any separate vested interest. They were in so much of oneness with Paramashiva that they were able to deliver the truths of Paramashiva, the truths of life, what Paramashiva wanted to deliver to the world, without any vested interest, from a space of Aporushya. And we are so blessed that we have Swamiji explaining that right now in the form of our Guru, in a physical form to all of us. So let us get ready for the satsang today. But before we enter into the satsang today, let us take some time to show our support to Kailasa, the only nation, Hindu nation, that Swamiji is creating for all of us to not only learn and experience these Upanishads, but also to live these truths in our life, to have it as our direct Sakshi Pramanas. Swamiji is creating 1008 Kailasa enlightenment ecosystems around the world for all of us to live these Upanishadic truths. You can also be part of Kailasa by clicking on kailasa.org/join Kailasa. It is being projected in the screen right now. Sign up here. Sign up in this petition to show your support to Kailasa, to create a Kailasa in your country and to be part of this enlightenment ecosystem. And let us take some time to share this alive satsang and this petition with your friends and families in Facebook, Twitter and other social media accounts.
Paramashivam Om Nithyananda Paramashivam Om Nithyananda Paramashivam Om Nithyananda Paramashivam Nithyananda Paramashivam Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivam Nithyananda Paramashivam Om Nithyananda
Let us all now sit with our head, neck and spine in straight line. Let us drop all the restlessness and settle down. Let's allocate the next 1 hour to listen to the words of our Master. Upanishads is sitting in silence with the Master. The definition of Upanishad is sitting in silence with the Master. So let us all now sit in silence in the space of listening and devotion and chant the Mahavakya while waiting for the satsang.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivam 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. I'm too excited to share about this enlightened app. 7 things Paramashiva has revealed to do this whole enlightened app. First thing, decoding all the ancient knowledge repository called Vedas and Agamas. Second, mapping the cosmic principles to your bio-memory and making you manifest the reality you want. Third, constantly supporting you to manifest the reality you want through will persistence. Fourth, helping you break your laziness, tiredness, boredom patterns. Fifth, constantly inspiring, keeping you energetic. You will immediately taste success. Sixth, giving you more and more powers, energies. 7. Ultimately, literally having an incarnation next to you, protecting, supporting, enlightening, and raising you to the next level. I've just multiplied myself to 7 billion to assist each one of you in a customized way, the way you want. That is enlightened app. Whether the flights, aircrafts, vimanas for different dimensions of the universe are bending the time into time traveling, everything is now getting done through artificial intelligence in technology, customizing it for your biomemory, mapping the cosmic principles to your biomemory and awakening your biomemory. That is enlightened app.
देवता सार्वभौम अखिलांडकोटि ब्रह्मांड नायक श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिव ज्ञानपाद विवरण प्रिय ज्ञानपाद विवरणम् अवधारय.
नित्यानन्देश्वर समारम्भाम् नित्यानन्देश्वरि मध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. I welcome all the devotees, disciples, samajis, satsangis, Sri Mahants, Mahants, Tanidars, Kotaris, volunteers, visitors, viewers, everyone with my love and respects. Cities sitting with us in two-way video conferencing, having Nayanadiksha, Hyderabad, Nithyananda Nagara, Guadalupe Rameshwaram, Melbourne Tiruvarur, Seattle Chidambaram, San Jose Madurai, Enriching Temple Bididi, Singapore Singapuram, Nithyananda Nagara Tiruvannamalai, Toronto, Dirukailayam, Hyderabad, Guptakashi, Scottsdale, Arizona, Ohio, Prayag, Los Angeles, Arunachalam, Houston, Kalahasti, Columbus, Sri Lanka, Singapore, Singapuram, Sadhanananda, and Samamish, Washington, Washington, Muktan, Muktika, Kuala Lumpur, Parani, Oman, Sivagangai, London, Kashi, San Antonio, Texas, Enriching Temple, Bididi, Jorpati, Nepal, Mumbai, Chembur, and some more cities are joining. I welcome all of you with my love and respects. Upanishads. Before explaining a book, we have to explain what it stands for. Before explaining what it stands for, I have to explain who made it stand for that. Before explaining who made it stand for that, I have to explain who wrote it. That is where now the whole thing starts. How can we tell the modern world that something exists? There is a book which has no author. Profound, extraordinary expressions, truths, realizations, revelations, but no author. Author is dissolved in the authenticity of the truth. Please understand, whenever a book is written, the truth and the personality who presents the truth, both of them are expressed in that book. That is why I always tell people, all books are biographies of the author. Please understand. Whether it is a science or a history or a religion or philosophy, self-development, whatever classification you give, all books you have to basically classify as biography, because there is no book which does not have the smell, presence, touch of the author. Please understand. In the libraries, we should classify first all books as biography. Under the section biography, you can classify as biography based on religion, science based on religion, mysticism based on religion, self-help based on religion. More the personal involvement, more it becomes fiction. Understand? In a science book, the more the scientist is present, less the science is present. In a philosophy book, more the philosopher is present, less the philosophy is present. In a history book, the more the historian is present, less the fact and the history, less the authenticity or the truth of the history is present. When the historians have personal interests, likes, dislikes, history can never be presented to you authentically. In any book, more the author is present, less the truth is presented. More his personal touch, less the reality. That is why I always insist on all pharmaceutical companies should be non-profit organizations. Having medical care under the profit industry is the most dangerous. Please understand. Share trading, forex trading, currency trading, all these are stupidity, no problem. Keep it under the for-profit people. The for-profit mentality is the madness. The world is suffering. Let the mad people work with the delusions. Currency is a delusion. Share is a delusion. So let the mad people live with the delusions. But health is a reality. Let it not go under the hands of mad people. Understand, greed is the legal madness. Legally accepted madness. Greed is the legally accepted madness. Currency, share trading, all these are the delusions of the human mind which was developed by the collective greed. The mad people who are deluded by the collective greed, let them play with delusions, collective delusions, no problem. No problem. But food, clothes, shelter, medical care, the basic needs of human beings should be kept out of for-profit industry, the for-profit madness, for-profit world, the greed. I am studying some of the principles of allopathy medicines, and I wanted to boldly tell you guys, I am falling in love with allopathy system. System itself is not wrong. There is so much of reinvention of the Ayurvedic principles in allopathy. Some of the vital components they missed, that is different. Some of the vital components allopathy is missed or yet to catch up, that is different. But the system itself is not cunning or created for exploitation. No. The system itself is not created for exploitation out of any cunningness. So many important components of life is got caught under the legally accepted madness of greed. Actually, we do not need any more wealth to align the world. We just need more intention to align the world. And we will have new humanity immediately. Just these few things. Let the basic need things of the human life, food, clothes, shelter, medical care, let them be free from the poisons of human mind, greed and fear. Let them be kept away. Let nobody's fear and greed exploit these four. One great thing I found in the Western countries, especially in America, United States of America, the great thing is the majority of the hospitals are non-profit organizations. I'm so happy about it. I'm so happy about it. But pharmaceutical industry is not non-profit. In India, the other way. Majority of the hospitals are for-profit entities. But much of the medicines are available very less price. The basic things of life should be kept out of the human mind's madness. In India, the Vedic tradition, the Upanishadic period, pharmaceutical industry and the hospitals, both were non-profit. Completely non-profit. Both were under the non-profit sector. Anywhere the person, human mind intervenes, the truth is either diluted or killed. Knowledge was always a non-profit in India. The Vedic tradition, knowledge was always non-profit. And there was insistence of knowledge being non-profit and Guru begging and feeding the disciples. Knowledge in the non-profit sector kept the purity of knowledge, because see, the fear is neither socially nor legally accepted madness of humanity. But unfortunately, greed has become legalized madness of humanity. Please understand, through the series of Upanishadic talks on the Upanishads, I am not just going to talk on the Upanishad, I am going to bring back the vision of the Vedic civilization. Weapons, army should be for-profit industry, highly taxed, heavily taxed. Entertainment should be for-profit industry, heavily loaded with the tax. But food, clothes, shelter, medicine, the basic things should be non-profit. That is the only way we can keep the human beings safe on the planet Earth. Food should not become for-profit industry. The spirit of Annadana, sharing food, should be kept alive in large scale. I bow down to Sikhs. The Sikhs in India. Sikhism as a religion kept and keeping India's spirit of sharing food. I tell you, just that one spirit is responsible. Still, why we have not fallen prey to a single for-profit entity in the field of food. Many developed countries, the whole country is dependent on few of the for-profit companies for their whole food and food supply. Hats off to Sikhs and Jains and the Lingayats of Karnataka. By doing Anna Dasoga, Lingayats in Karnataka kept that tradition of food is free. I wanted to tell all my disciples, make this truth, food is free, to revive the Vedic tradition. Food industry should not go under any non-profit, any for-profit or not even non-profit. It should be freely available. Throughout this Upanishadic series, I'll spell out the clear vision of Vedic civilization. From the Akashic records, I'll read out the truths how the Vedic civilization existed. As I said, I am not going to interpret, I am just going to intercept and present it to all of you. Upanishadic periods, we were very clear what should be non-profit, what should be for-profit, what should be heavily taxed, what should be freely available. Food should be freely available. It should not come under for-profit industry. Because all the best things should not be influenced by the greed and fear of human beings. And history should be kept out of the minds of vested interests. Any psychological fear or greed makes the history written by that person as for-profit industry. Please understand, there are many historians who belong to for-profit industry. There are few who belong to non-profit industry. The for-profit historians, non-profit historians, this should be segregated, separated first. People who have specific fear and greed, vested interest on some ideas, ideologies, persons are called for-profit historians. Unfortunately, society does not recognize the psychological fears and greeds and vested interests. See, physically when somebody is greedy and makes billions of dollars, you recognize it. Certain kind of a anger gets built towards them. The have-nots always have deep anger towards these haves. That is why all the mass media, the so-called mainstream media, is always against the haves, because the consumer of the mass media is have-nots. They are catering to their consumers, clients, with the understanding that kind of a hatred have-nots build towards haves, those who have. Please understand, the have-nots have started developing a kind of a anger towards those who have, but unfortunately, these psychological greedy guys who have vested interests, fear or greed towards some ideology or a person, their sickness and the damage they cause to the consciousness of the humanity is not at all recognized by the society. Please understand, society, if any society want to live in peace, create a heaven, the Satyaloka of the Upanishadic periods, that society should understand the way you perceive you, the way you are taught about you is from history, and the people who write your history should be out of psychological fear and greeds and vested interests. If you are reading the history written by the people with vested interests, and based on those informations, the way it is presented to you, if you create an idea about you, I tell you, you are dead. You will be suffering with the same problems the historian was suffering. The same fears and greed he has will be transmitted to you. How careful when you eat your food, because it is going to become part of your life. That careful you should be when you eat the ideas, means reading books, receiving informations. Your education should be completely out of non-profit, for-profit, completely free. Knowledge is free. That is why the Upanishads are now available to you freely. I am not just going to comment on the Upanishads alone. I am going to speak, expand, reveal the truths of the subtle nuances, the base of the Vedic civilization. The basic principles of Upanishadic civilization. Understand the pharmaceutical industry. If you allow the greed and fear of the individual, whole world will be sick, consuming pills every day. That is what I am seeing has happened to the humanity. See, every day the kind of a pills people are forced to eat. In India, medicine was not that important component at all as part of life. Food itself was a medicine. But unfortunately now, even a lower middle class man or the lower class man in the social strata economically, even the lower class man, just like a dessert, eats a cup of tablets. I tell you, in any field you allow the fear and greed of the individuals to make the decision, you are doomed in that field. Gone. Capitalism is okay to play with the delusions. See, currency itself is a delusion. Gold as a value is a delusion. Diamond as a value is a delusion. Currency as a value is a delusion. Let the mad people live with the delusion. Don't let them play with the reality, which is our food, our medicine. You want to make money? You want to feel rich? No problem. Work with gold. Work with diamond. Work with share trading. Work with share market. Work with currency. Keep them all in huge buildings under lock and key. And feel that you are the owner of that and feel proud about it. We are happy. You be with them, they be with you. Somebody we need to take care. Let the human madness of fear and greed not affect the everyday life of the large part of humanity. And same way, in history, if the individual's fear and greed is allowed to work, please understand that exact fear and greed will be transmitted constantly, generations after generations. The one and only way to purify humanity and revive the Upanishadic civilization is the history should be written by the people who have the pure vision. Please understand, the vision influenced by fear and greed is one. Pure vision is totally different. Vision influenced by people with fear and greed distorts even while they are seeing what they are seeing. Understand, even while they are seeing what they are seeing is distorted by them. Their own fear and greed. And if they pen it down and you start imbibing that in your life, I don't know who can save you. I don't think anyone can save you. You will be imbibing the same fear, greed patterns in your life. Fear and greed in food and medicine. Makes your body impure. Fear and greed in the history and concepts you get makes your psychology impure. Fear and greed in religious and spiritual ideas makes your consciousness bound. Religion and spirituality should be completely kept out of any physical, material, psychological vested interests. Because if any material, psychological vested interests involve themselves into the religious concepts and spiritual principles, I tell you, that's it. That's the worst crime against the humanity. Mahadeva, I am so grateful I belong to Upanishadic tradition where the complete purity of religious and spiritual principles are maintained. Be blessed. Feel blessed that we are all following a tradition which has kept the highest purity, which has kept itself so pure without any material or psychological vested interests into our spiritual principles. No Upanishadic Rishi was a servant of somebody or boss of somebody. Please understand. No Upanishadic Rishi is a servant of somebody or boss of somebody. And they did not have a vested interest or ideology to maintain, needed to be maintained, or an organization which need to be kept alive forever. No! I am so proud and happy we do not have an organization-based religious structure. That kept us pure without any psychological, materialistic, vested interests of fear and greed. The purity of any product will be reduced if the influence of individual gets into it. Whether it is pharmaceutical medicines, whether it is prescribed drugs, or history written by human beings, the more influence of the individual, less it is truthful and useful to humanity. As I said, all scientific books are biographies. All history books are biographies. All fiction books are biographies. All the books first should be classified as biography. Then under the biography, there can be sub-classifications, subdivisions, history, geography, science, whatever you want, you can. As on now, the way the humanity is so person-based, individualistic, power-centric, I don't know how to tell the humanity there is a book exists without author. That is why I am taking time. How can I introduce the book which does not have author? Apaurushya means not created by any person, not written by any person. Upanishads, by the very introduction, the first line, they are mystical. Please understand. When you introduce yourself to anybody, just by your name, parents, and the background, means the place from where you are, your 95% of the introduction is over. Only the remaining 5% is the person is going to decide based on your actions. Same way, the Upanishads, just by this one word, apaurushya, means authorless. I've introduced Upanishads to all of you. Why authorless? Because it is not touched by any vested interest. The vested interest has a different level. The material level, money, all that. Second, the psychological level, trying to influence people as you want so that you will be the leader. Then next, the collective psychological level, trying to keep certain ideology up and alive for generation and trying to influence the humanity through some ideology and keeping the humanity under the control, and bound through certain ideology. Upanishads are free from all these levels of corruptions. Neither bottom level, nor middle level, or high level. Corruption-free book in the whole universe is Upanishads. Corruption-free knowledge. Corruption-free book, corruption-free knowledge source is Upanishads. No individual is involved. No individual is glorified. No individual's vested interests exists. Authorless. Apaurushya. Aprameya. Achintya. Anirvachaniya. Apaurushya. No author. The names of the people who penned down did not get recorded because it is not their thoughts. There is no influence of them on the thoughts revealed in the book. There is no influence of Upanishadic rishis on the great truths revealed in the book. That is why it is Apaurushya. Apaurushya. If at all in India media industry is non-profit, I tell you, not only we will be the top of the world, we will be already having the Vedic civilization, Upanishadic civilization, the enlightened civilization, Satyaloka. The information broadcast industry, information feeding industry should be out of any for-profit vested interests, especially ideological fears and ideological greeds. It should be out of ideological fear, greed industry. If somebody is greedy and he handles only money and gold, he will not harm the society. Good, let him live with his private madness in his separate world. Let him add as many zeros as he wants in his bank balance in the electronic screen of the computer. Electronic screen of the computer. Let him go on declaring, today the gold rate is each gram $1 billion, no problem. Because that is not directly going to affect the humanity. None of us are going to die if we don't wear gold jewelry. So all the things which does not affect the humanity directly, let it be with the for-profit people. The legally accepted madness of greed. Great, no problem. But let the purity of the history, information broadcasting, and religion, spiritual ideas should not be allowed to be contaminated by the vested interests who have a certain fear or greed towards certain principles or ideas. The first verse of the Brahma Sutras starts with Atato Brahma Jignasat. Now let us inquire into the reality. Means no vested interests, no presumptions, no theories. Not even a presumption in God we trust. No! After the study of the Brahma Sutra, disciple can choose to be an atheist or theist. Such vast possibility, I tell you. Knowledge should be from the source of possibility. Knowledge should be from the source of freedom. The more and more I remember the purity of the inner space of the Upanishadic rishis, the more and more I dedicate my life to them. I rededicate my life to them again and again. Whenever I remember them, I fall in love with them. Whenever I remember them, I just surrender myself to them. Whenever I remember them, again and again, I just rededicate myself to them. What an inner space of no vested interest, even towards some ideologies, some ideas. That is why they were so alive even to update themselves. They are alive to reinvent themselves. I have to go on and on and on. On Upanishadic rishis. Apaurushya. 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 No spiritual tradition had the courage to establish themselves on Apaurushya. No author, no founder. No coordinator, no convener. I'm so happy to be born in a country where food industry is not in the hands of the for-profit bosses. It is not exploited by the vested interests of fear and greed. I am so happy I am born in a religion where the spiritual truths and religious truths are not influenced by any vested interests or fear and greeds of those who penned it down. I tell you, this is not just the good news, best news. Spread it all over the world. We are from the religion which has no founder. We are from the religion which has no author. We are from the tradition which is completely freedom based. What a purity of an ideology. What level of purity is maintained when the truths are presented. What a brilliance. Understand. Upanishads are not from tribal minds. And first of all, being a tribal is not wrong. In the modern day, that being a tribe, the word is used as if they are uncivilized, which is wrong. Please understand, the Upanishads are from the ultimate civilized and most sophisticated brains. I tell you, if at all our civilization reaches the maturity in future, anywhere down the line in few thousand years, the religion and history, information broadcast, all the three will become purely non-profit and uninfluenced by the individual's fear and greed and ideologies. The system of a religious organization should be banned to keep the purity of the ideas taught. When the organizational priorities come into consideration and existence, the truths are compromised. I promise to all of you, in the presence of Mahadeva, I'll reveal the purity of the Upanishads with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, without any ideological dilution or vested interest of any form of fear or any form of greed. I'll reveal it to all of you. I should say, the better word is, it will be revealed to everyone in its original pure form. O Mahadeva, I take the responsibility to retain the purity in all the ways I can, and I surrender and request you to retain the purity in its best form, as you are the ultimate pure source of the pure truths of the Upanishads. This is the only way we can surrender our gratitude, love, respects to those great souls, the rishis of Upanishads. Retaining the purity of those teachings without the interference of our fear and greed is the only way we can offer our gratitude to those great beings and their purity and their sacrifice and their dedication. O the rishis of Upanishads, I invoke all of you. Let all your presence be here. I request all of you. I pray to all of you. Let all your presence be here and the pure truth be revealed through this Upanishadic series, and make everyone live Advaita. I tell you, rishis retained the purity of the truth because that is the best way to exist. Best way to exist. Best way to breathe. Best way to eat. Best way to clothe. Best way to entertain yourself. Best way to enjoy the pleasures and joys of life, the best way to think, best way to feel, best way to exist is to be in the source of pure truth. I am really excited. Really excited with this Upanishadic series. Because the way the truths are getting revealed, I am sure you are all really waiting for blissful surprises and a spiritual feast. I bless you all. Let you all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching and causing, living Advaita and eternal bliss, Nithyananda. Thank you. Be blissful.
When we say Dakshinamurti teaches in silence, it is not that he never utters a word, but just by a word, he will transmit petabytes of information.
He sat as Dakshinamurti in his formless space. His very presence vibrated and all the rishis received that great truths.
Dakshinamurtaye javidmahe jnanahastaya dhimahi tanno dhisha prachodayat. Om 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 Dakshinamurtaye javidmahe jnanahastaya dhimahi tanno dhisha prachodayat. Ananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om
Uttamotama Seva, Nithyananda Parashakti Sameta Shri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva, Sangeeta Priya Sangeeta Mahabharata. Nithyanandam Paramashivam, Jnanamurtim, Jnanatītam, Jnanasapuruṣam, Tattvamsvādhidakṣam, Ekam Nityam Vimalasaram, Sarvadhi-sakshibhootam, Navatītam Trivanayitam, Sadgurum Namaami.
श्री पराशक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिव नृत्य प्रिय नृत्यावतारय
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda. 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 Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda.
The next topic, giving Uttamotama Seva. The offering of Kirtanayavati. Devamya Devataskara Khirana Godi Brahmandanayaka Nithyanandeshwari Paramashiva Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Kailayavadya Priya Kailayavadya Madharya.
Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivam.
Nithyananda Parashakti Sameta Nithyananda Paramashiva Chaturveda Priya Chaturveda Namadharaya Hari Om Agnimeera Purohinai Hanyasya Devam Dadvidam Odaram Ratnasatamam Hari Om Hari Om Vichakrodetva Bhagavatva Bhagavatva Bhuvavatva Vita Prapaya Dusrashanamaya Karmane Hari Om Hari Om Adha Ajagi Vidale Granano Hapyadapade Vimada Satya Bhargisi Hari Om Hari Om Tanno Devi Rahushtajamo Bhavantu Vidale Tenya Rahasthavandana Hari Om Devatama Sarvabhauma Akhilanda Koti Brahmanda Nayaka Nithyananda Shri Parashakti Sameta Shri Nithyananda Shri Paramashiva Agama Shloka Priya Agama Shloka Namadharaya Vachit Vastuni Vinyasya Shame Drishtam Nirandadet Tajnanam Chitta Sahitam Devi Shunyalayo Bhavet Devadevotama Devata Sarvabhauma Akhilanda Koti Brahmanda Nayaka Shri Nithyananda Shri Parashakti Sameta Shri Nithyananda Shri Paramashiva Stotra Priya Stotra Namadharaya Duswapna Dushravana Durgati Naurmanasya Durbhiksha Durvyasana Dustara Durvyashanti Padapapa Vishabhiti Masakraha Divyadhipshanasiritamne Dagadamadisha Om Namo Bhagavate Sadashivaya Sakalatattvasmakaya Sarvamantrasvarupaya Sarvayantrashishitaya Sarvamantrasvarupaya Sarvatattvavidhoraya Brahmarudravadharine Neelakanthaya Parvati Manoharaya Somagoya Kilodanaja Bhasmodhulita Vigrahaya Mahamanimakutadharanaja Manikya Bhushanaja Trishtityati Pralayakala Raudravataraja Akshadbharadvamsakaja Mahakala Vedanaja Mooladharayaja Tattvaditaja Gangadharaja Sarvadevadhidevaja Kadashrayaja Vedantasaraja Trivargadhadanaja Anantakoti Brahmandanayakaya Vasuvidakshakakarkotaka Shankapalagurika Padma Mahapadnejyashta Mahanagulabhushanaja Pranavasvarupaja Hidakathaja Akashaditvarupaja Grahanakshtramalini Sakalaja Kalankarahitaja Sakalalokaika Bhatre Sakalalokaika Bhatre Sakalalokaika Samhatre Sakalalokaika Gurave Sakalalokaika Sakshini Sakalanigama Bhushyaja Sakala Vedanta Paragaja Sakala Lokaika Varapradaja सकललोकैकशङ्कराय शशाङ्कशेखराय शाश्वतनिजावासाय निराभासाय निरामयाय निर्मलाय निर्लोभाय निर्मदाय निश्चिन्ताय निरहङ्काराय निरङ्कुशाय निष्कलङ्काय निर्गुणाय निष्कामाय निरुपद्रवाय निरवध्याय निरन्तराय निष्कारणाय निरान्तकाय निष्प्रपञ्चाय निस्सङ्घाय निर्द्वन्द्वाय निराधाराय निरागाय निष्क्रोधाय निर्मलाय निष्पापाय निर्भयाय निर्विकल्पाय निर्भेदाय निष्कुलाय निस्तुलाय निस्संशयाय निरञ्जनाय निरुपमविभवाय नित्यशुद्धबुद्धपरिपूर्णसच्चिदानन्दात्मजाय परमशान्तस्वरूपाय तेजोरूपाय तेजोमयाय दैवरुद्रमहारुद्रभद्रावतार महाभैरवकालभैरवकल्पान्तभैरव अपालमालाधर खड्वाङ्घखड्गधर्मपाशाङ्कुशकमरशूलतापबाणगदाशक्ति भिद्धिपालतोमनमुदलमत्करपाशपरीघपुण्डीकदग्नि तक्राध्यायुधभीषणकर सहस्रपदंश्वाकरालवदन विकटाट्टहास विस्फारित ब्रह्माण्डमण्डल नागेन्द्रकुण्डल नागेन्द्रहार नागेन्द्रवलय नागेन्द्रधर्मधर मृत्युञ्जयेन्द्रं भगतिपुरान्तक विश्वरूप विरूपाक्ष विश्वेश्वर वृषभवाहन विषभूषान् विश्वतोमुख सर्वतो रक्ष रक्ष माम् ज्वलज्वलमहामृत्युमपमृत्युभयं नाशय नाशय शोभभयमुत्थादय मुत्थादय विषसर्पभयं शमय शमय शोरान्नादय मारय मम शत्रूनुत्थादय मुच्चाटय त्रिशूलेन विधारय विधारय कुठारेण भिन्दि भिन्दि खड्गेन छिन्दि छिन्दि खड्वाङ्गेन विबोधय विबोधय कुशलेन निष्पेषय निष्पेषय बाणैः सन्तारय सन्तारय रक्षान्विभीषय भीषय भूतानि रुद्रावय रुद्रावय भूष्माण्डमारीचवेदाल ब्रह्मराक्षसगणान्तन्त्रासय सन्त्रासय माम् अभयं कुरु कुरु विद्रस्तं माम् आश्वासय आश्वासय कनकभयान् मामुद्धर उद्धर सञ्जीवय सञ्जीवय शत्रुभ्यान् माम् आप्यायय आप्यायय दुःखाकुलं माम् आनन्दय आनन्दय चक्रवर्तेन माम् आचार्य आचार्य भगवन्तं त्रिपदसदाशिवनमस्ते नमस्ते देवदेवोत्तमदेवता सार्वभौमाखिलाण्डकोटिं ब्रह्माण्डनायक श्रीनित्यानन्देश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत श्रीनित्यानन्देश्वरी परमशिव द्राविडवेद प्रिय द्राविडवेदमवतारय चित्रम्बरं वेयुयुक्तो विपङ्गं निजमुद्गतं நிகழல்லாதீனை தனவி ஆசவேதிகள் கங்கை முடிமேலணிந்து என் உள்ளமே புகுந்த அதனால் ஞாயிறு திங்கள் தருவாய் புதன் வியாழன் வெள்ளி சனிபாம்பீரண்டும் உடனே ஆசரு நல்ல நல்ல அவை நல்ல நல்ல அடியாரவர்க்கு மிகவே திருப்பந்தம்
नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्या I bless you all. Let you all open all your three eyes and manifest the powers of Mahasannidhanam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om
Nithyananda. Today, on this auspicious day of Sukravasara, we are offering the Khadgamala Archana at the Divine Lotus Feet of Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti. Amba Shambhavi Chandramolirapala Aparna Uma Parvati Kali Hemavati Shiva Trinayani Katyayani Bhairavi Savitri Navayovana Shubhakari Samrajya Lakshmi Pradha Chidrupi Paradevata Bhagavati Shri Rajarajeshwari. Om Aim Hrim Srim Om Namah Tripura Sundarye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Srim Shirodevye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Hridayadevye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Shikhadevye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Kavachadevye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Netradevye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Astradevye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Kameshwarye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Bhagamalinye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Nityaklinnaye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Bherundaye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Vanhivasinye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Mahavajjeshwarye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Shivadutaye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Kulasundarye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Tvaritaye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Nityaye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Neelapatakaye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Vijayaye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Sarvamangalaye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Jwalamalinye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Chitre Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Mahanitye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Parameshwarye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Mitri Shamaye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Shashti Shamaye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Buddhi Shamaye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Charyanatamaye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Lopamudramaye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Agastyamaye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Kalatapamaye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Dharmacharyamaye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Muktakeshweshwarye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Deepakalanatamaye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Vishnudevamaye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Prakaradevamaye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Tejodevamaye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Manojadevamaye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Kalyanadevamaye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Ratnadevamaye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Vasudevamaye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Sri Ramanandamaye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Anayasidye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Lagumasidye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Mahimasidye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Isatvasidye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Vasitvasidye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Prakamisidye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Bhuktisidye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Ichchasidye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Praptisidye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Sarvakamasidye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Brahmye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Maheshwarye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Kaumarye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Vaishnavye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Varahye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Mahendraye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Chamundaye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Mahalakshmiye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Sarvasamshobhinye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Sarvavidravinye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Sarvakarshinye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Sarvashankarye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Sarvonmadinye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Sarvamahankushaye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Sarvakecharye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Sarvabhijaye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Sarvayonaye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Sarvatrikhandaye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Trailokya Mohana Chakraswaminye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Pakatayoginye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Kamakarshinye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Buddhakarshinye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Arunkarakarsinye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim Sabdhakarshinye Namaha. Om Aim Hrim Shrim स्पर्शाकर्षिण्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं रूपाकर्षिण्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं रसाकर्षिण्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं गन्धाकर्षिण्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं चित्ताकर्षिण्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं धैर्याकर्षिण्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं स्मृत्याकर्षिण्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं नामाकर्षिण्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं बीजाकर्षिण्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं आत्माकर्षिण्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं अमृताकर्षिण्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं शरीराकर्षिण्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं सर्वाशापरिपूरकचक्रस्वामिन्ये नमः गुप्तयोगिन्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं गुप्तयोगिन्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं अनंगकुसुमाय नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं अमंगमयकलाय नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं अनंगमदनाय नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं अनंगमदनातुराय नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं अनंगनेकाय नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं अनंगवेगिन्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं अनंगकुसुमाय नमः अनंगांकुशाय नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं अनंगमालिन्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं सर्वसंक्षोभनचक्रस्वामिन्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं गुप्तधरयोगिन्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं सर्वसंक्षोभिन्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं सर्वविद्याविन्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं सर्वाकर्षिण्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं सर्वाह्लादिन्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं सर्वसम्मोहिन्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं सर्वस्तंभिन्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं सर्वभुम्बिन्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं सर्वशङ्कर्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं सर्वरञ्चिन्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं सर्वोन्मादिन्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं सर्वार्थसाधिन्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं सर्वेप्सितफल सर्वसम्पत्तिपूरण्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं सर्वमन्त्रमय्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं सर्वद्वन्द्वक्षयकर्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं सर्वसौभाग्यदायकचक्रस्वामिन्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं सर्वसौभाग्यदायकचक्रस्वामिन्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं सर्वसम्प्रदाययोगिन्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं सर्वसिद्धप्रदाय नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं सर्वसम्पत्प्रदाय नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं सर्वप्रियङ्कर्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं सर्वमङ्गलकारिण्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं सर्वकामप्रदाय नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं सर्वदुःखविमोचन्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं सर्वमृत्युप्रशमन्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं सर्वविघ्ननिवारिण्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं सर्वाङ्गसुन्दर्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं सर्वसौभाग्यदायिन्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं सर्वार्थसाधकचक्रस्वामिन्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं कुलोत्तीर्णयोगिन्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं सर्वज्ञाय नमः ओम ऐं श्रीं सर्वशक्त्यै नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं सर्वैश्वर्यप्रदाय नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं सर्वज्ञानमय्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं व्याधिनिवासिन्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं सर्वाधारास्वरूपाय नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं सर्वपापहराय नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं सर्वानन्दमय्ये नमः ओम ऐं श्रीं श्रीं सर्वरक्षास्वरूपिन्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं सर्वदेवसिद्धफलप्रदाय नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं रक्षाकरचक्रस्वामिन्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं निगर्भयोगिन्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं वासिन्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं कामेश्वर्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं मोदिन्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं विमलाय नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं अरुणाय नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं जयन्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं सर्वेश्वर्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं कौलिन्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं सर्वरोगहरचक्रस्वामिन्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं रहस्ययोगिन्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं बाणिन्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं शापिन्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं पाशिन्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं अंकुशिन्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं महाकामेश्वर्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं महावज्रेश्वर्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं महाभगमालिन्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं महाश्रीसुन्दर्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं सर्वसिद्धिप्रदचक्रस्वामिन्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं अतिरहस्ययोगिन्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं श्री श्री महाभट्टारिकाय नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं सर्वानन्दमयचक्रस्वामिन्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं परापररहस्ययोगिन्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं त्रिपुराय नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं त्रिपुराश्रिये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं त्रिपुरसुन्दर्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं त्रिपुरावासिन्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं त्रिपुराश्रिये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं त्रिपुरामालिन्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं त्रिपुरसिद्धये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं त्रिपुराम्बाय नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं महात्रिपुरसुन्दर्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं महामहामहेश्वर्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं महामहारञ्जिन्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं महामहाशक्तये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं महामहागुप्तये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं महामहाज्ञप्तये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं महामहानन्दये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं महामहास्पन्दये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं महामहाश्चये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं महामहाश्रीचक्रनगरसञ्चारिण्ये नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं नमस्ते 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 नमः ओम ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं श्री नित्यानन्देश्वरी पराशक्तिदेव्ये नमः।
ओम धूर्वसि धूर्वधूरन्तं धूर्वतयोऽस्मान् धूर्वचिनं धूर्वयं वयं धूर्वामस्त्वं देवानामसि अष्टितमं बप्रितमं जुष्टतमं मन्नितमं देवहूतामृतमस्य रहवृतानं त्रिब्रह्मस्वमाह्वा मित्रसत्त्वा चक्षुषा प्रेक्षेमाभिर्मा संविक्रामात्वायगं द्विजं श्रीनित्यानन्देश्वरी पराशक्त्यै नमः। धूपमाघ्रापयामि। अथ दीपः ॐ उद्दीप्य स्वजातवेदो भग्नं निर्वृतिं मम पशोकश्च मह्यमावह जीवनं च दिशो दिशा मानो एकं सीजातवेदो कामश्वं पुरुषं जगते अविभ्रतज्ञाकहिष्यामा परिपातका नित्यानन्देश्वरि पराशक्त्यै नमः दीपं दर्शयामि अथ नैवेद्यम् ॐ अमृते अमृतोद्भवे अमृतवर्षिणी अमृतं श्रावय श्रावय स्वाहा नित्यानन्देश्वरि पराशक्त्यै नमः अमृतं महानैवेद्यं निवेदयामि सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते सृष्टिस्थितिविनाशानां शक्तिभूते सनातनी गुणाश्रये गुणमये नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते शरणागतदीनार्तपरित्राणपरायणे सर्वस्यार्तिहरे देवी नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते नित्यानन्देश्वरी पराशक्त्यै नमः कर्पूरनीराजनं सन्दर्शयामि रक्षां धारयामि
ॐ सोमो वायेतस्य राज्यमादत्ते यो राजासन् राज्यो वा सोमे नैजते देवसुवा मेधानि अभिगुंसवन्ति एतावन्तो वै देवावनागुंसवाः देवास्मै सभान् प्रेच्छन्ति तेन पुनः सुवन्ते राज्याय देवसुराजा भवति न तत्र सूर्यो भान्ति न चन्द्रतारकं नेमा विद्युतो भान्ति कुटोऽयमग्निः तमेव भान्तमनुभाति सर्वं तस्य भाषा सर्वमिदं विभाति ॐ द्रापे अन्तसस्पते दरिद्रं नीललोहिता येषां पुरुषाणामेषां कशूनां ग्वाभिर्मारोमो येषां किञ्चनामवत् याते रुद्रशिवा तनु शिवा विश्वाह भेषजी शिवा रुद्रस्य भेषजी तया नो मृडजीवसे इमागुं रुद्राय तवसे कबर्धिने क्षयध्वीराय प्रबरामहे मतिम् यथा नः समशद्विपते चतुष्पते विश्वं पुष्टं ग्रामे अस्मिन्ननातुरम् मृडानो रुद्रो तनो मयस्कृति क्षयध्वीराय नमसा विधेमते आरार्ते गोग्नौ तपूरुषग्ने क्षयध्वीराय सुं नमस्मेते अस्तु रक्षा च नो अधि च देव ब्रूह्यदा च नः शर्म यच्चद्विबर्हाः स्तुहि श्रुतं कर्त सदन्युवानं मृगन्न भीममुपहत्नुमुग्रम् मृडाचरिद्रे रुद्रस्तवानो अन्यन्ते अस्मन्निवपन्तु सेनाः परिनो रुद्रस्य हेतिर्विणक्तु परिद्वेषस्य दुर्मतिरगायोः अवस्थिरामगवद्भ्यस्तनुष्वमीढ्वस्तोकायतनयाय मृडया मीडुष्टमशिवतमशिवो नः सुमना भव परमे वृक्ष आयुधन्निधाय कृत्तिं वसान आचर पिनाकं बिभ्रतागहि विगिरितविलोहित नमस्ते अस्तु भगवः यास्ते सहस्रगुं हेतयोऽन्यमस्मन्निवपन्तु ताः सहस्राणि सहस्रदा बाहुवोस्तव हेतयः तासामीसानो भगवः पराचीनामुखाकृति सहस्राणि सहस्रशो ये रुद्रा अधि
येषां सहस्रयोजने वधन्वानि तन्मसि अस्मिन् महत्यर्नवेऽन्तरिक्षे भवाधि नीलग्रीवा शितिकण्ठा शर्वा अधः क्षमाचराः नीलग्रीवा शितिकण्ठा दिवगुं रुद्रा उपश्रिताः ये वृक्षेषु सस्पिञ्जरा नीलग्रीवा विलोहिताः ये भूतानाम् अधिपतयो विशिखासकवर्तिनः ये अन्नेषु विविध्यन्ति पात्रेषु विवतो जनाने ये पथां पतिरक्षय ऐलभृदायव्युतः ये तीर्थानि प्रचरन्ति श्रिकावन्तो निषङ्गिनः च एतावन्तश्च भूयागुंशश्च दिशो रुद्रावितस्तिरे तेषागुं सहस्रयोजने वधन्वानि तन्मसि नमो रुद्रेभ्यो ये पृथिव्यां येऽन्तरिक्षे ये दिवि येषामन्नं पातो वर्षमिषवस्तेभ्यो दश प्राचीर्दश दक्षिणा दश प्रतीचीर्दशोदीचीर्दशो त्वास्तेभ्यो नमस्ते नो मृडयन्तु ते यं दिश्मो यश्च नो वेष्टितं वोजं वेदधामि त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् ऊर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयवामृतात् यो रुद्रो अग्नो यो अप्सु यो ओषधीषु यो रुद्रो विश्वा भुवना विवेश तस्मै रुद्राय नमो अस्तु तमुष्टु यस्विषुः सुधन्वायो विश्वस्य क्षैदिवेशजस्य यक्ष्वामहेशो वनसाय रुद्रं नमोभिर्देवमसुरं दुवस्य अयं मे हस्तो भगवान् अयं मे भगवत्तरः अयं मे विश्वभेषजोयगं जिबाभिमर्षणः एते सहस्रमयुतं पाशा मृत्योर्मत्याय हन्तवे तान् यज्ञस्य मायगा सर्वानवयजामहे मृत्यवे स्वाहा मृत्यवे स्वाहा ॐ नमो भगवते रुद्राय विष्णवे मृत्युर्मे पाहि प्राणानां ग्रन्थिरसि रुद्रो मा विशान्तकः तेनान्नेनाप्यायस्व नमो रुद्राय विष्णवे मृत्युर्मे पाहि ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ अग्ना विष्णु सचोषसे मा वर्धन्तु वाङ्गिरः द्युम्नैर्वाजेभिरागतम् वाजश्च मे प्रसवश्च मे प्रगतिश्च मे प्रसिद्धिश्च मे धीतिश्च मे क्रतुश्च मे स्वरश्च मे श्लोकश्च मे श्रावश्च मे श्रुतिश्च मे ज्योतिश्च मे सुवश्च मे प्राणश्च मे अपानश्च मे व्यानश्च मे शुश्च मे चित्तं च माधीरं च मे वाक् च मे मनश्च मे चक्षुश्च मे श्रोत्रं च मे दक्षश्च मे बलं च मोजश्च मे सहस्रमायुश्च मे जरा च आत्मा च मे तनूश्च मे शर्म च मे वर्म च मे अङ्गानि च मे स्थानि च मे पुरोगुंसि च मे शरीराणि च मे ज्यैष्ठं च माधिपत्यं च मे मन्युश्च मे भावश्च मे मश्च मे भश्च मे जेमा च मे महिमा च मे वरिमा च मे प्रतिमा च मे वर्ष्मा च मे द्राघुजा च मे वृद्धं च मे वृद्धिश्च मे सत्यं च मे श्रद्धा च मे जगच्च मे धनं च मे वशश्च मे त्रिशिश्च मे क्रीडा च मे मोदश्च मे जातं च मे जनिष्यमानं च मे सूक्तं च मे सुकृतं च मे वित्तं च मे वेद्यं च मे भूतं च मे भविष्यच्च मे सुखं च मे सुपथं च मरुद्धं च मरिद्धिश्च मे क्लुप्तं च मे क्लिप्तिश्च मे मतिश्च मे सुमतिश्च मे सञ्च मे मयश्च मे प्रियं च मे नुकामश्च मे कामश्च मे सोमनसश्च मे भद्रं च मे श्रेयश्च मे वस्यश्च मे यशश्च मे भगश्च मे द्रविणं च मे यन्ता च मे धर्ता च मे क्षेमश्च मे धृतिश्च मे विश्वं च मे महश्च मे संविच्च मे यात्रं च मे सूश्च मे प्रसूश्च मे शीरं च मे नयश्च वरदं च मे मृदं च मे यक्ष्मं च मे नामयश्च मे जीवादुश्च मे दीर्घायुत्वं च मे मित्रं च मे अभयं च मे सुखं च मे शयनं च मे सूषा च मे सुदिनं च मे ऊर्च मे शून्यता च मे पयश्च मे रसश्च मे घृतं च मे मधु च मे शक्तिश्च मे सपीतिश्च मे कृषिश्च मे वृष्टिश्च मे जैत्रं च मौद्भिद्यं च मे रगिश्च मे रागश्च मे पुष्टं च मे पुष्टिश्च मे विभु च मे प्रभु च मे बहु च मे भूयश्च मे पूर्णं च मे पूर्णतरं च मे क्षितिश्च मे कोयवाश्च मे नं च मे क्षुच्च मे व्रीहयश्च मे यवाश्च मे माशाश्च मे तिलाश्च मे मुद्धाश्च मे खल्वाश्च मे गोधूमाश्च मे असुराश्च मे प्रियङ्गवश्च मे नवश्च मे श्यामकाश्च मे निवाराश्च मे अश्मा च मे मृत्तिका च मे गिरयश्च मे पर्वताश्च मे सिकताश्च मे वनस्पतयश्च मे हिरण्यं च मे यश्च मे शीसं च मे द्रवुश्च मे श्यामं च मे लोहं च मे अग्निश्च भावश्च मे वीरुधश्च मोषधयश्च मे कृष्णपच्यं च मे कृष्णपच्यं च मे ग्राम्याश्च मे पशव आरण्याश्च यज्ञेन कल्पन्तां वित्तं च मे वित्तिश्च मे भूतं च मे भूतिश्च मे वसु च मे वसतिश्च मे कर्म च मे शक्तिश्च मेऽर्थश्च म एमश्च म इतिश्च मे गतिश्च मे अग्निश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे सोमश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे सविता च म इन्द्रश्च मे सरस्वती च म इन्द्रश्च मे पूषा च म इन्द्रश्च मे बृहस्पतिश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे मित्रश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे वरुणश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे तुष्टा च म इन्द्रश्च मे ॐ नमस्ते अस्तु भगवन् विश्वेश्वराय महादेवाय त्र्यम्बकाय त्रिपुरान्तकाय त्रिकालाग्निकालाय कालाग्निरुद्राय नीलकण्ठाय नित्यानन्दाय मृत्युञ्जयाय सर्वेश्वराय सदाशिवाय श्रीमन्महादेवाय नमः। श्री नित्यानन्देश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिवाय नमः। कर्पूरनीराजनं सन्दर्शयामि रक्षां धारयामि। ओम घोरेभ्यो दघोरेभ्यो घोरघोरतरेभ्यः सर्वेभ्यः सर्वशर्वेभ्यो नमस्ते अस्तु रुद्ररूपेभ्यः। श्री नित्यानन्देश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिवाय नमः। धूपमाघ्रापयामि। अथ दीपः ॐ उद्दीप्यस्वजातवेदो भग्नं निर्निर्तं मम पशुकृष्णमह्यमावहं जीवनं धनिको दिशा आनोयुगं सेजातवेदो गामश्वं पुरुषं जगते अभिप्रदग्नागहिष्यामा परिपादय नित्यानन्देश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिवाय नमः दीपं दर्शयामि अथ नैवेद्यम् ॐ सहस्राय नमः ॐ अमृते अमृतोद्भवे अमृतवर्षिणि अमृतं श्रावय श्रावय स्वाहा नित्यानन्देश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिवाय नमः अमृतं महानैवेद्यं निवेदयामि ॐ सर्वस्याप्ते सर्वस्य जित्ये सर्वमेव तेनाप्नोति सर्वं जयति नित्यानन्देश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिवाय नमः कर्पूरनीराजनं सन्दर्शयामि रक्षां धारयामि पुष्पाञ्जलिः ॐ योपां पुष्पं वेद पुष्पवान् प्रजावान् पशुमान् भवति चन्द्रमा वापां पुष्पं पुष्पवान् प्रजावान् पशुमान् भवति य एवं वेद योपाम् आयतनं वेद आयतनवान् भवति श्री नित्यानन्देश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिवाय नमः वेदोक्तमन्त्रपुष्पाञ्जलिं समर्पयामि ॐ स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्याय्येन मार्गेण महिं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः यदि स्वस्तिमन्त्रार्थाः सत्याः सबला भवन्तु इति भवन्तो महान्तो न गृह्णन्तो तथास्तु दुर्जनः सज्जनो भूयात् सज्जनः शान्तिमाप्नुयात् शान्तो मुच्येत वन्देभ्यः मुक्तश्चान्यान् विमोचयेत् इति भवन्तो महान्तो न गृह्णन्तो तथास्तु अपुत्राः पुत्रिणः सन्तु पुत्रिणः सन्तु पौत्रिणः अधनाः सदनाः सन्तु जीवन्तु शरदशतम् इति भवन्तो महान्तो न गृह्णन्तो तथास्तु राजा धर्मवती प्रजा सुचरिताः पूजाधराः सज्जनाः षट्कर्मप्रवरा द्विजाः प्रतिदिनं विद्यानवद्या सदा वाणी सन्निहिता चिरङ्गविमुखैः सानन्दमव्याकुलाः सर्वे सन्तु वैदिकधर्म अनुष्ठातारः सौजन्यसन्तोषिणः यदि स्वस्तिमन्त्रार्थाः सत्या सबला भवन्ति इति भवन्तो महान्तो न गृह्णन्तो तथास्तु येषां देवदेवानां महादेवानाम् अखिलाण्डकोटिब्रह्माण्डनायकानां सकलभूषिष्टितिसंहारयो भाव अनुग्रहाख्यपञ्चकृत्यपरायणानाम् आदिमध्यान्तरहितानाम् अप्रमेयपराक्रमाणां तत्त्वार्थगोचराणां श्री नित्यानन्देश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिवस्वरूपानां श्री आदिगुरु अरुणगिरि योगीश्वरस्वरूपानां श्री कालभैरव महाकालीस्वरूपानां श्री कैलासोन्नतद्वादशान्त श्यामलापीठारूढानां श्री मीनाक्षी सुन्दरेश्वराभिन्नस्वरूपानां परशिवपुत्ररत्नकुमार गुरुमन्यतुल्यावताराणां श्रीपार्वती स्तन्यपानलब्धदिव्यज्ञान विश्वद सकल निगमागमसारभूत द्राविड वेद प्रवर्तकानां श्रीमत्परमशिवकरुणा समितिगत मुक्तामय चतुरश्रया नगीयमान नक्षत्रचामर श्रीचन्द्रकाहलादि समस्त बिरदावल्यलङ्कृतानां ज्ञान विज्ञान चक्रवर्तीनां सर्वजनसङ्घ सत्योनिर्वाण दीक्षा व्यापवर्गवर्षाणां विश्रानानां जीमूतानां परमतकल्पकेसरीनां शैव सिद्धान्तस्थापनाचार्याणां श्रीराजाधिराजपाण्ड्य महाराजगुरूणां क्षमनशाख्यादि महान्धकारनिवारणज्ञानभानूनां वीक्षणानर्हारद्वयोच्छेदनपूर्वक श्रीमदृषभद्युतस्थापकानां शैव समयकर्तॄणां सर्वज्ञपीठारूढानां श्रीजगद्गुरु श्रीज्ञानसम्बन्धदेशिकस्वामिनाम् अवतारभूतानां श्रीज्ञानसम्बन्धस्वामी पुनरुद्धश्यामलापीठ महासंस्थान ज्ञानसाम्राज्यशासकानां सर्वज्ञपीठारूढानां दृढवत्युत्तर द्विशततम गुरु महासन्निधानानां महानिर्वाणिपीठस्य अष्टोत्तरसहस्र श्री महामण्डलेश्वरानाम् अटलपीठस्य अष्टोत्तरशतम अष्टोत्तरसहस्र श्री अटलपीठाधीश्वरानां धर्ममुक्तीश्वरकपुरस्वर्णपीठस्य त्रयोंश गुरु महासन्निधानानां श्रीमत् परमहंसानां परिव्राजकाचार्यवर्याणां सच्चिदानंद प्रणवस्वरूपानां श्रोत्रिय ब्रह्मनिष्ठानां नित्योत्सव नित्यमंगल नित्यकल्याण नित्यानंदपीठ महासंस्थान महासिंहासन पीठकर्तॄणां कैलास पुनरुद्धारकानां जगद्गुरु भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव श्री ज्ञानसंबंधिदेशिक परमाचार्य स्वामिनां पादारविन्दयोः भक्तिसिद्धिः समेषां सहकुटुम्बानां सकलैश्वर्य प्राप्तिः गुरुकृपाकटाक्षसिद्धिः क्षेमस्थैर्यवीर्यविजय आयुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्याणाम् अभिवृद्धिः अलोकदृढगात्तदा सिद्धिः आचन्द्रार्कवंशाभिवृद्धिः धर्म अर्थकाम मोक्ष चतुर्विध बलपुरुषार्थ सिद्धिः सर्वेषां मनसा चिन्तित सत्कार्यानुकूल सिद्धिः सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपस्य भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद परमशिवस्य पादारविन्दयोः अचञ्चला भक्तिसिद्धिः श्री सद्गुरुप्रसादेन सकुटुम्बस्य ज्ञानवैराग्य जीवनमुक्तिप्राप्तिश्च भूयात् इति भवन्तो महान्तो न गृह्णन्तु तथास्तु सर्वे जना सुखिनः सन्तु तथास्तु सर्वेषां शान्तिर्भवतु तथास्तु समस्त सन्मङ्गलानि सन्तु तथास्तु सर्वत्र नित्यानन्द ध्वजारोहणं भवतु तथास्तु सर्वेषां भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव श्री ज्ञानसंबंधिदेशिक परमाचार्य स्वामिनां परिपूर्ण कृपाकटाक्षसिद्धिः अस्तु तथास्तु अयं धर्मः उत्तरोत्तरम् अभिवृद्धिरस्तु तथास्तु सर्वं भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव पादुकार्पणमस्तु। मंगलं कल्पवृक्षाय मंगलं ज्ञानदायिने सदाशिवाय श्री नित्यानंदेश्वराय मंगलम् मंगलं श्री विद्याम्बायै मंगलं कामदायिन्यै सर्वमंगलधात्री नित्यानंदेश्वर्यै मंगलं मंगलं गुरुदेवाय मोक्षमूलाय मंगलं परावतार नित्यानन्दाय गुरवे मंगलं मूलमन्त्रं यथाशक्ति जप्त्वा जपं समर्प्य ओम यत्किंचित् कर्म देवेश सदा सुकृत दुष्कृतं तन्मे शिवदस्तस्य भुङ्क्षक्षपे शङ्कर शिवो दाता शिवो भोक्ता शिवः सर्वमिदं जगत् शिवो यदिति सर्वत्र यशिवः सोऽहमेव तु। ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ओम तत्सत् सर्वं भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव पादुकार्पणमस्तु। ओम नित्यानन्दम्।
Paramashivam